Welcome to African Tales by Ewa, your wonderful channel. Sit back, relax, and have a great time. In a town called Umungasi in the eastern part of Nigeria lived Mama Ejike. She wanted a grandchild by all means. Mama Ejike was known in the neighborhood for her sharp tongue and controlling nature. But what many didn't know was the depth of desperation hidden beneath her stern expression. She craved to hear a child call her grandma, and when 5 years passed after her son's wedding, with no cry of a baby in their home, her obsession took a darker turn. Anuli, her daughter-in-law, bore the brunt of her frustration. She called her names. She pushed her around. She tried to talk her down. She called her nobody. "You are just eating my son's money and doing nothing with it," Mama Ejike would shout. She insulted Anuli's cooking, criticized her every move, and made sure she planted seeds of doubt in Ejike's heart. Eventually, she orchestrated the introduction of a younger fertile lady named Chidimma, sharp-tongued beauty in her mid-20s. Look at you. For 5 years, you could not produce a seed. In fact, let this your tummy just grow a bit so that people can see that you can conceive. Mbano. Instead, you will eat food morning, afternoon, and night, and then nothing positive has been seen. All the effort of my son, you are just wasting them. Only God knows what exactly. Maybe there's another thing controlling you from somewhere. Don't worry. I have been talking for how many years now? I will no longer talk. Now, you see, this is a pretty fertile lady. You see now, she's young. Look at her very well. She turned the lady around in their living room for Anuli to see. Anuli got up with tears and went straight to her room. Chidimma, a lady she herself handpicked from the village. She was everything Mama Ejike believed a fruitful woman should be: young, vibrant, and with the right body to carry a child. It didn't take long. In months, Chidimma was pregnant. The moment the test confirmed it, Mama Ejike went around in the house, boasting, flaunting her before Anuli. "God has finally answered my prayers." She began treating Chidimma like a queen, gave her the master bedroom, relegating Anuli, the rightful wife, to the role of a maid. Chidimma didn't come into their home as a visitor. She came as a calculated temptation. When Mama carried Chidimma with her pregnancy around in the house, Anuli would just shift to his side. After 4 months, Mama Ejike celebrated the pregnancy like it was Christmas. She threw a small party in the compound and told neighbors, "At last, my lineage will not end with this nonsense generation." But she didn't stop there. She made the house almost hell for Anuli, the rightful wife. She made her cook, do the chores, and run errands. "You should be grateful you are even allowed to stay here," she said one day. "You are just a beautiful waste of bride price. At least now you will have a child to carry in this house and to care for, even if it is not from your useless womb." Next morning, Mama knocked on Anuli's door. "Wake up. You are still in bed. Doing what?" "Oh yeah, lots of work to be done. Since you couldn't carry a child, at least carry broom and clean," she eased. Chidimma, now visibly pregnant, began walking around the house like royalty. She would toss her braids, wear tight maternity gowns, and bark orders at Anuli just to remind her of her failure to conceive. Anuli endured in silence. Her heart was broken, but her dignity remained intact. One day, as she sat at the dining, eating, Mama Ejike walked up to her. "You and food in this house. Hey, look at the food you are eating. This is the food you have been eating for 5 years. You will eat in the morning, eat in the afternoon, eat at night, even eat in between meals. Anything goes. You will just be stuffing your womb because you are eating too much. And when you eat too much, it will not go to the right place. That is why you have not been able to conceive. Conceive and give my son a child. Let me have a grandchild, at least from your hand too. Conceive." Look at, have you seen it? That's a vibrant girl. Very fertile. I'm sure she will give birth to 2 or 3. Be here. Somebody else will take over your position. My son has put all his money, his effort into everything about you. And you are just for food alone. Very soon, when this my wife would give me sons, then you would know that the owner has come. That night, Anuli wept bitterly. Oh God, if it's just to be pregnant, let Mama see that I can conceive too. All these are words are breaking me. Help me. Help me. I am getting tired. This waiting is becoming too long. Help me, Lord. Ejike came into the room that night and saw Anuli in tears. "What happened? Why are you crying?" She said nothing. She wailed. "Asking me? Why won't I cry? What did Mama not call me today? She said I am good for nothing. She said the only thing I know how to do is to eat and that I have stuffed my womb with food. Ejike, this was not your mother that I met before you married me and after we got married. Am I the one that gives children? Am I God? Please, Ejike. This is becoming too much for me to bear. Please talk to Mama. God is the one who gives children. And I know that He will give me my own too. It's okay. I understand how you feel. But you see, just be strong. Be strong. Mama, I don't know what exactly is her. She just wants children. Please, please, my love. I love you. I love you. Don't look at Chidimma and Mama. Very soon I believe that God will do it for us. On the day Chidimma gave birth, it was a baby girl. Mama Ejike, who had prayed and fasted for a male heir, looked at the child and forced a smile. "We will try again," she muttered. "Try, oh. Ha! Chidimma, you have to try. See, this baby, once this baby is 6 months old, let another journey start, oh. We cannot wait. You see this house? This house must be filled with children. I need children to call me grandma, grandma, grandma. And I want boys. This one you will try. Make sure you position yourself very well and give me sons. This one shy is a child too, but I want sons. Chidimma wasn't one of those girls to be controlled. Once she got a taste of Mama Ejike's manipulation and Ejike's indecisiveness about her, she began making plans as she didn't conceive again after that child. Even with all the checks and prescriptions, she didn't conceive another child. 2 years later, Chidimma and her daughter were alone at home. She packed her bags and left with the child without notice of leaving. She never looked back. Ejike returned from work, confused and heartbroken. No word from Chidimma. Where would she have gone? He went straight to the room and noticed that she moved some of her things. Chidimma. Mama. She will not come and see that our girl that she brought into this house had left. Let me wait for her. She will soon return from church and see that Chidimma has left. Only God knows where she picked her from. Maybe she would go and look for her by herself. Where is Anuli? She's not back from the shop. Okay. By evening, Chidimma and her daughter were nowhere to be found. Mama, where is Chidimma? Chidimma had taken my child away. To where? Mama, you will look for her because she can't go with my child now, even if she has anywhere to go to. Where would she have gone? Where does she go to that she would leave the house and she's nowhere to be found? Ejike, don't worry. I will get her. After a few days, Ejike tried to rekindle things with Anuli, but the damage was done. She stayed on, more out of duty than love. She poured herself into her business. She spent more time in her shop, so that she would see Mama Ejike less before going to bed. And Chidimma was nowhere to be found. 15 years later, the gate to their now quiet duplex cracked open. A teenage girl in a well-ironed school uniform walked in, accompanied by a strange woman in her early 40s. Mama Ejike, now frail and slower, was seated in the veranda. She squinted at the girl, something familiar in her eyes. "Who are you looking for?" she asked. The woman stepped forward. "I am Chidimma," she said. The name hit Mama Ejike like a thunderclap. "You? Chidimma, what came over you? Why did you live like that?" "Ha, Mama, I am sorry, but I had to leave. Ejike didn't want me. Ejike never liked me. You're the only one that seemed to be all over me in this house. And I just knew that it's not going to work. If I had discussed it with you, you wouldn't let me go. That's why I left that way. I am sorry. Mama, this is your granddaughter." She insisted on meeting her father's people, especially the woman who gave up everything and was treated unjustly. The girl stepped forward and looked at the younger woman standing, Anuli, who had come out upon hearing voices. She turned to her. "Are you Anuli?" "Yes," she replied gently. The girl smiled. "I've read your name in my mom's diary. She said you were the real woman in the house. I just wanted to say thank you for being strong when others were weak." Mama Ejike's eyes welled. She looked from the child to Anuli, realizing the full weight of what she had done. The years of bitterness had aged her more than the time ever could. The granddaughter she so desperately wanted had come, not with celebration, but with revelation. Anuli's eyes welled up. 3 days later, as if the heavens were rewriting the past, Anuli fell here. They rushed her to the hospital. A quick visit revealed something no one expected. Anuli, now 49 years old, was pregnant 21 years after her wedding. When Ejike broke the news to Mama, the old woman nearly dropped her walking stick. "She's what? Ha! Chineke, ekene dili Chukwu. God has remembered me again. My God never forgets. Ha! Lord, I thank you for showing me mercy." From that moment, Mama Ejike changed. She became gentler, more caring. She pampered Anuli like a delicate flower. Every morning, she massaged her feet with hot water. Every evening, she told her stories and prayed over her growing belly. Chisom, the teenage granddaughter who refused to go back with her mother, she chose to stay with her father and Anuli. She helped with the chores, cooked, did laundry, and was always by Anuli's side, massaging her back or singing soft tunes on tough days. On the day of the delivery, the family rushed to the hospital. Anuli had been scheduled for a cesarean section. Mama Ejike couldn't sit still in the waiting area. She paced and prayed and cried and laughed, sometimes all at once. When the nurse finally emerged with the news, her voice was calm. Congratulations, she delivered twin boys. The hospital walls echoed with Mama Ejike's cry of joy. Lo lo lo, Chineke ezembo. She danced in the hallway, her wrapper almost falling off. Inside the nursery, two tiny cots held her miracle grandsons. She stood over them, whispering blessings, her face soaked with tears. Anuli, still grudgy but awake, held her husband's hand as they stared at the twins. From that day, Mama Ejike became a different woman. She started calling mothers to advise them. Be patient. Don't destroy your children's home because of pressure of having grandchildren. Look at me. I almost chased my blessing away. God's time is not our time. She went from tormentor to a teacher, from bitterness to joy, from a self-imposed judge to a humble grandmother. And whenever people asked her what changed, she would smile and say, when God decides to answer you, even the devil will stand aside and salute. That is what God has done for me. Anuli, I am very sorry. Ha! Thank you for standing by. Thank you for not giving up. Thank you for not going back to your people. Thank you, Mama. It is the Lord's doing. It is marvelous in our sight. I knew it, that one day God will answer me too. You can see now, Mama, that the food I have been eating did not stuff my womb. My womb is very healthy. It's just God's time. And this time, God has really made it beautiful for all of us. Ike hugged his wife. Thank you, my sweetheart. I will forever love you. Wow, what an interesting story. The lessons I'm taking away with this story: never let desperation make you destroy others like Mama Ejike did. Time tests us, but it also reveals the truth. What is yours will find you. Even if it takes 21 years, like Anuli, be patient, be kind, and never lose your humanity while waiting for the miracle. Thank you for watching my story. This is African Tales by Ewa. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up. Like, comment please. Do not forget to share this story with your loved ones. Until I come again your way with another interesting and educating story, I really want to say thank you. I appreciate your time spent on this channel. I do not take any of your support for granted. Till I come again. Bye for now.